I'm Christine DeFugis with Mold Making Technology, and I am here with Don Smith, North American Tooling Manager for Scholle IPN. Hi, Don.
Hi, Christina.
And Don's here with me to talk about how COVID-19 transformed training within mold making. So let's get into this. I know first there's a few key concepts we need to understand before we kind of break down how training has changed. One of them is the difference between mold making and mold manufacturing. So what is that?
So mold making is basically an individual process that the tool maker in the shop, pretty much the old conventional tool maker, would drive the information through the shop, go to the different machinists, and explain what they wanted on a one-on-one basis. Mold manufacturing is really process driven. So now you have the current day shops that have maybe a mold-based department and a grinding department and EDM, and everybody's coordinated through that. Now the tool maker and engineering will get together, and then engineering distributes the information to the different departments. Still overseen by the tool maker, but it's less hands-on, it's more predictable, it's more process driven. You're going to have to follow a certain thing, which also aids in the training for the younger generation. So they will be able to understand what the whole process is, and if they find something of interest in another department, then they can learn how that process is created. So that's really the difference.
So what's the difference between a mold designer and a mold engineer?
In today's world, we're all getting engineer based. So what we want to have in our tooling is the capability to extract data out of it. So an engineer is really going to go through the engineering calculations to do the accurate, let's say, flow per minute, water lines, things of that nature, so that we can capture those outputs through sensors. Whereas the designer is somebody that's still important, but it's really just a design for that, whatever that customer wants. Again, we're not fully either way in any direction. It all depends on the customers and what the customers really require. For me, for example, we're in that transition right now where we're going from using, I'm not going to call it a dumb mold, but something that, you're still the conventional type, to something that I can extract data on and then really go into a lights out environment. So those types of molds would have to be engineered, whereas the other ones could be designed and still meet the function.